Be a part.
What's up, guys? We're here with Cunyo, and we are talking NBA 2K23. You recently got into the game since NBA 2K17. What are you excited about for this year's game?
Well, for the first time, I got my face scan.
Yeah.
So I guess getting to play as me and my player, because I usually only play my player. So I guess that, but then also, since I'm from Chicago, I am a Bulls fan. So the legend.
We're the land of the free and the home of the
performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Portland Trail Blazers here at Moda Center. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look out west. Take a look at the Jazz. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Portland, right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for the Jazz, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy home court advantage in the postseason. That was a spot that a lot of people had them penciled into at one point.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Malone, and it's Dantley in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, they've got Walton. Hicks out there with Drexler. And it's Petrie in at the 2. Hard to believe it's our last regular season game, C-Web. How excited are you to finally get the playoffs going?
This is the whole reason why we're here, Kevin. Bring it on, brother. Bring it on.
And Portland starts out with the ball. Here's Hicks. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Here's Drexler. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as the style of play.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Griffith. Shot clock at 6. Malone trying to break free. And that one's good. Griffith.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Walton. Drexler outside. Knocked loose. Here's Stockton. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Hicks. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. He's covered by Malone. 5 to shoot. The high post shot. They grab their own miss. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
One shot.
Here is Stockton. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Malone. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Drexler. And it's Malone with the rebound. Dantley the pass to Griffith. Outside for Stockton. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
On offense, here are the Jazz. They trail by 1. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And here's Portland. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg? Now with that emphatic slam.
The defense was way too soft. Somebody get out there and get tough.
Here's Stockton after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Pass to Dantley. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And it's Walton missing. Jazz trail by 3. To the wing on the left. Back to Stockton. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Malone missing. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Drexler left side. Clyde Drexler on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Hicks. On deep. And they'll get another chance. Here's Petrie. He's covered by Stockton. Fires from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And he hits the first of 3. Andrei Kirilenko's checked in for Utah. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Jazz trail by 6. And there's the pass to Dantley. Outside Kirilenko. Griffith passes to Kirilenko. Out to the right wing. Stockton outside to stop the drought, and Walton sends it back, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Petrie. Uses both hands to slam it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Pass to Dantley. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that image.
That one drops for him. Drexler's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Stockton passes to Dantley. And Walton sends it back. Here's Hicks. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the inside. And here's Stockton. Stockton draws the double. Walton with the steal. Drexler outside. Turnaround Jay. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Jazz trail by 10. Stockton passes to Dantley.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Williams, he's checked in for Stockton. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Pass to Petrie. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Hicks. The rebound by the Jazz.
You can't resist the urge to try to do something special. And look what happened. Cost him 2 points.
The shot's good.
Got to appreciate how Williams gets the ball over to his open guys. Great floor awareness.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Hicks. Going inside. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And Portland making a change here. Lucas is checked in. Boozer, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Walton. Boozer with the defensive effort. Here's Dantley. Drexler defending. Dantley the pass to Griffith. The kick out to Williams. Unloads. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Drexler dishes to Walton. Passes to Petrie. There's the pass to Hicks. A nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's Dantley. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Phoenix. Yep, that one goes in there. Dantley's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Hicks to the middle and stolen by Darren Williams. It's a floater, and it's good on the layup. Griffith has got 6.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Hicks. Pass to Petrie. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Kirilenko, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Portland may have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Chris, we see all these teams make all these moves to bring in big-time talent, but how important is chemistry between those players once they are sharing the same locker room?
Well, it's funny because chemistry doesn't show up on the stat sheet nor in analytics, but it's so essential. I mean, as a player, you need friends out there on the court. Guys that hold you accountable, support you, and some that you enjoy the journey.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Jeff Hornacek. He's out there with Stockton, and it's Eaton in at the center position. Now here's Stockton, guarded closely. Here's Malone, and it's blocked. Down low. Here we go, one-on-one. Hornacek outside. Out of hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Malone misses. Trailblazers leading by 3.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Stockton. The Jazz again can't hit it. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Jazz trail by 3. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is...
Eye-opening.
With the ball. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Here's Hicks. Got a piece of it. Stockton outside. Pass to Dantley.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Eaton. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Passes it to Dantley. And there's the feed to Stockton. 5 on the clock. Here's Hornacek.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Portland moving the ball around. Malone with the block. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And Utah has possession. They trail by 1. Dantley the pass to Malone. Here's Dantley. Drexler defender. Shots good by Dantley.
And how about the awareness there of Hornacek, a high IQ player who just knows how to find his teammates when they're open.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Hicks. Can they get it? Feeds it to Walton. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. To the inside, Malone. Doesn't go that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Hicks. To the middle. And Walton throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And Utah has possession. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. And Walton sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Hornacek for 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, you got to love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
Here's Hicks. Drexler right side. A rebound by the Jazz. Stockton outside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Stockton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Second shot opportunity. Here's Walton. And finally they hit one. Walton's got 8 points.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
The pass to Dantley. Back to Stockton. Over Walton. Hits the front of the rim and out. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Here's Stockton. He has 6. And the Jazz call time here. One of the stories here, Bill Walton getting it done today.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
Stockton. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Malone kicks to Hornacek. And they recover it. Second chance shot. Eaton the pass to Hornacek. The good-looking shot from the wing. He's got 14.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's Hicks. Pass to Paxson. Six on the shot clock. Kicks it to Walton. Portland needs to get off a shot. Pulls up on the elbow. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Walton's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Eaton. The Jazz working the ball around now. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Hicks. He kicks to Drexler. Down low. Here's Walton. Got a piece of it.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Passes it to Hicks. Here's Drexler. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Drexler's got his third basket of the night. Utah's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's the lob to the hoop. Eaton misses.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
1:11 left to play in the first half. Now the pass to Dantley. Here's Eaton. And Walton sends it back. Here's Hicks. Tries again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here, and their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
The trail, and so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots. And that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. When we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow. right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. Checking out the Trailblazers. Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
They've really established themselves on the glass. Being dominant there has been extra possessions, which they've cashed in on. Now they just got to, bring the same energy to the second half.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Jazz.
Ernie, that's a lackluster performance. Lackluster effort. I mean, they didn't look sharp running this set. They weren't hustling. Shaq, if you played in this era, you'd average 50 because guys didn't want to give the effort.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. An exceptional performance from Bill Walton.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Jazz trail by 8. We've got Hicks. Walton is out there with Drexler. And it's Petrie in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Hicks. He feeds it to Walton. Over Stockton. Rebound, Utah. And the basket by Walton.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Pass to Eaton. Here's Griffith. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Petrie. And here's the fast break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's Stockton. The Blazers getting the bucket. Passes it to Dantley. Malone outside. To the paint. Here's Griffith. Makes it off the glass. Griffith has got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Hicks. The pass to Walton. It's blocked. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Griffith can't get it to go.
It's a very aggressive defense to prevent the easy layup.
Here's Drexler, and the layup falls. Drexler's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Stockton passes to Malone. He can't get that one.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Drexler, no good. Jazz trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Malone. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible, and that is wet.
The Jazz have shot. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Malone. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Trailblazers leading by 10. Hicks passes to Walton. Here's Hicks. Over Stockton. And the shot falls short this time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him. And he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Jazz have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Trailblazers leading by 8. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Drexler outside. Here's Petrie. He has 7. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. And they get it back.
That's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Here's Hicks. Pass to Petrie. Kicks it to Drexler. Now here's Walton. He's got 16. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Walton's got 4 points this quarter. Knocked away. Here's Petrie. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And the basket by Walton. And it's a 12-point Portland lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Dantley. Walton defending from 13. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Here's Dantley. Drexler defending. A shot by Dantley, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Hicks. To the left side wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's Stockton, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Stockton's got 8 points.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Hicks. Pass to Walton. And here's Stockton. Inside, Malone. That one misses. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Boozer, he's checked in for Utah. Kirilenko comes in for Karl Malone. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that Mobile One block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Jazz trail by 14. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the number of female officials in the NBA has grown in recent years. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We've expanded our pipeline to greatly increase the pool of potential hires. And we've seen encouraging results. There's no reason why we shouldn't have more women as officials, coaches, and basketball executives in our league." Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. Utah is shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And the shot is good. Stockton's got 4 points this quarter.
Gets behind the D on the break of the passes. I mean, it's there waiting for him.
Here's Hicks. He's covered by Stockton. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Jay.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Stockton against Walton. Stockton left side. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. It's Boozer missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Here's Hicks. He's got 6.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead, and it's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And there's the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hicks has got 8 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
So it's the Jazz now. Portland making their last shot. Lets it go from the wing, and Walton sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the Jazz call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Porter's checked in for Portland. Drexler outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Hicks. He's covered by Malone. And the basket by Walton.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
No, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Andre Kirilenko is out there at Malone. Then it's Stockton. And it's Griffith in at the 2-guard spot. Porter, no luck. Jazz trail by 17. Here's Dantley. The shot will not fall. Drexler with the defensive effort. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. He's covered by Stockton. Wide open. And he nails the jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
Here's Dantley. Here's Malone. A second chance effort. And Walton sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here's Hicks. Drexler right side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Portland.
Their inside game has been great tonight. So much of their scoring has come from the paint.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Trailblazers leading by 18. Hicks passes to Drexler. Good on the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. It's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here's Malone, following the score by Clyde Drexler.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Now here's Drexler. Over Stockton. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
Now here's Drexler. Andre Kirilenko unable to get his shot to go. Drexler with another miss. The shot. Griffith can't get it to go.
Even though he's gone ice cold, he keeps shooting. It's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's some better options.
Here's Hicks. They get it back, and it's blocked by Kirilenko. And he's able to get it back. There's Porter with the 3, sinks the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
Stockton from outside. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Utah's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And Walton sends it back. Malone, good. Portland leading by 20. Here's Hicks. The dish to Drexler. And the NBA introducing new measures to discourage fan misconduct. Greater security and pursuing legal action, Chris, when that line is crossed.
Yeah, Kevin. We're living in interesting times, my friend. People may need to blow off steam, but I'll tell you this, the players are here to entertain, but not as punching bags.
Dantley the pass to Stockton. Jazz passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Here's Malone. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
shooting 2.
Free throw drops from Malone. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And both free throws good for Malone.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and then maybe causing some fouls for him.
Here's Hicks. Passes it to Drexler. Looking to get back on track here. Great positioning on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Stockton left side. Dishes it to Malone. Kirilenko trying to break loose. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Stockton. Stockton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Hicks. You sometimes hear people say games are called too close. Are you of the mind that the refs need to let them play?
I'm understanding the mindset that the refs need to understand that we didn't come to watch them, and they need to be consistent on both ends of the floor. That's all guys ever complain about. When you see a guy going up to the ref, he's usually saying, hey, you didn't call that on the other end, or you called that on the other end. So consistency, I mean, these guys are trying to do their job to the best of their ability, but they need to be more consistent.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Utah's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Stockton against Walton. And it's slammed in by Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
Count that one.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's Griffith. He dishes it to Stockton. To the inside. And the jam by Karl Malone.
And Stockton is simply one of the best, especially when it comes to finding people on the floor.
Hicks passes to Drexler. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Here's Hicks. The feed to Walton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Walton's got 6 in the quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.